Welcome back to another episode of Double OG Truth Seeker. I'm going to hop right into this subject right here. Now, today's subject is going to be about TV, television, and then I'm going to go into the internet. And I want to talk about how dangerous it is to watch TV and also to be on the internet. Both of these things are extremely dangerous. So I'm going to tell you how these things are dangerous. First of all, a television is like a window to the outside world for some people. Some people sit in the house, watch TV all day. Some people spend the majority of their life watching TV. And everything that you know about life is because of something that you've seen in your television. So you have to ask yourself, is what you believe and how you see the world real or not? Is it really true or not? Do you really have a real perspective or understanding about life? And most people in this world, the majority, like 95% of the whole world, have no idea about what life is really like because they've only viewed life through television, the news, books. They haven't even lived life because they just sit in front of the TV and they allow the television to tell their vision. Especially for people that watch the news religiously. Like if you watch the news when you wake up, you gotta watch it. If you gotta watch the news in the evening, you gotta watch it. If you gotta be on top of what's going on in the news, then you're deceived. If you got specific television shows that you gotta watch because you like the television show, because you like the series, you gotta watch every series. You gotta watch the show because there's something about that show that you like. That you're being brainwashed somehow. You're being brainwashed. Every single television show, every series that you watch, every news story you watch, every time you see someone else's perspective on something, it's molding your brain, making you believe that that's what reality really is, but it's not reality. It's just a vision being told through your TV screen or your computer screen. So the way that it's dangerous is that 95% of the world get their information through the internet and through TV, through the news. Like your whole perspective of what society is, what politics is, what's right or wrong, what's trending and what's not trending, it comes from TV. And TV is a program. Somebody decided to write a script that started off one way and it end another way. In most cases, most TV shows, most movies and scripts, they all end basically the same way. So we're being constantly programmed to expect things to look a certain way, like we see in the movies. And a way that you can know if you're addicted to TV or if you're being deceived or not is to think about all of your thoughts. As you're talking to other people, think about where you got your ideas from. Is your ideas and your conversation based off of a script somebody else wrote? And if it is, you really need to think about what you're doing with your time. What are you really doing with your time? Are you spending all of your time being taught and being programmed by people who wrote scripts to make you believe a certain way and think a certain way? These scripts are just created just for you to stay tuned, sit in that seat and pay attention to what's going on. Follow the timeline. And keep your mind focused on the direction that they want you to go. And once you reach that end, they got you. Once you see the end of the movie, now you know the story. So now that you know the story, you think you know the story, but you really don't know the story because the story was made up. The stories is fiction. And even the ones that are supposed to be real, they add more to it and it's still fiction. But how about the most things that you believe and know and think come from something you saw on TV? Even the way you shop, you saw it on TV. The style of clothes that you wear, you saw somebody else with it. You seen it somewhere else. You're constantly being inspired and programmed by things outside of yourself. So you never have your own thoughts. Most people ain't never had their own thoughts. Most people are constantly being programmed. You constantly being programmed when you're driving in your car. You see signs everywhere. Signs everywhere. You see billboards everywhere. You see magazines everywhere. Newspapers. And now you got your phone. Your phone is a walking billboard. Every time you pick up your phone and you look at something, your phone is learning you. It's trying, it understands what you like, what you dislike. So it's going to show you more and more of the stuff that you like. So you could keep being addicted to it. So you can keep watching it. And what that does for you mentally is cause you to not grow. Because just like the television, the internet is even worse. Because the internet is not even real. It's people that create content. And this content comes from their thoughts. And where their thoughts come from, we don't even know. We just watch it. And we go with the flow. Wherever their content and wherever their ideas and their belief systems go, you go with it too. And then you take it as truth. You take it as truth because you watch this person every day or you see them doing it over and over again. So now you think that that's the way it should be done. So you stop thinking for yourself and you allow the television to tell your vision. And it's even worse for the children because the kids that have phones and tablets at young ages, they watch the television and they watch the internet and they think that this is what reality really is. They in the car, they got their tablet or phone. They in the restaurant, they got their phone. They even be on the playground and got their phone. How you on the playground and you got your phone in your hand? You supposed to be out there playing, kicking the ball or running or jumping or something. You got the phone in your hand. I seen a boy the other day in the I was at the beef patty place. And there was this boy that was standing at a little young boy. He was standing at the drink fountain on his phone while he was pouring a drink. This is how he was pouring a drink. Looking at his phone. And then he slowly put it down. And then he went over here and got the little top to put on there. And he steady looking at his phone. It's like we're in a place where everybody disconnected from reality, and now your reality, people are not even living in the reality no more. It's like they're constantly being fed. Their spirit is being fed constantly, and they're not even able to receive anything from God because they crowd their mind up with other things and programs that just keep them in tune or addicted to watching TV or watching videos, scrolling. The more you scroll, the more they're going to show you things that you like. And your kids are just being brainwashed. They can't even put their phone down. And when they become adults, what you think going to happen? They're not going to be able to function in society. They ain't going to be able to go and work at nobody's job. And they sure ain't going to be able to have their own business. Because they're going to be too focused on their phone. They spend the majority of their time on their phone. If you want to be a boss, you can't be on your phone all day unless you're doing deals. If you're working for somebody, you can't be on your phone all day and still do a good job at on your work. People are not even going to be able to function in regular society because they become addicted to television and the internet. It's caused people to lose their identity. It's caused people to not even have an identity, but the television created your identity. It created everybody's identity. I remember back in the day when middle school days and high school days, you be watching BET, MTV, and you wanted to talk like your favorite rappers. You wanted to be cool. So you see it on TV, you want to mimic it, you want to be it. But that ain't even you. It was an idea that was created. Somebody said, hey, let's create these people, have these people behave a certain way, and this way that they behave is going to be considered cool, and people just started following it. It's crazy how television and the internet and the news will program you. People actually believe that president elections are important, whose president is important. People actually believe that the president has power. Like, people have been programmed by these televisions. And it's sad. Because we don't know who he is because we've been told who he is. We don't know how to feel or how to think for ourselves because we're constantly being told how to think about or how to feel about a certain thing. And then the media has a way of showing you images and showing you videos and showing you audio footage and audio of a one-sided perspective, trying to get you to think in a certain way. But whatever way they try to get you to think is to keep you watching. So if they got to show some drama to keep you watching, they're going to keep you watching. If they got to make up stuff about Donald Trump, they're going to make it up. Keep you watching. If they're going to show Kanye West doing something crazy, they're going to show that to keep you watching. And they're going to chop it all up and make it sound worse than what it really is. So it's not even real what they're showing you on the TV, on the news. It's all a program to keep you glued in, to keep you tuned in, so you can't move. It's all to make you think that you need to see this information every single day just to feel like you connected with yourself. But that's the fastest way to get disconnected from yourself. It's when you're worrying about everything on every other part of the world and you don't even know what's going on in your own household. You don't even know what's going on with your own self, but you know about what's going on with Donald Trump. You know about who's going to be elected for president. You know about all the scandals. You know about all the TV shows. You don't watch all the series front to back, every single episode. But how does that benefit your life? That's why you lost. It's so many things in this world that are created to keep you distracted. It's created to keep you watching. It's created to keep you tuned in, signed on, subscribed. Just so you can watch it every single day. So you lose yourself with television. You lose yourself with the news. You're not able to have your own vision if you're tuned into the television. Your television is telling your vision. We don't need nobody to tell our visions. We need to have our own visions. This is why people compare themselves to other people, because of the television. You're constantly comparing yourself to other people. You see other people doing things, so you think you should be doing it too. You think that's the way to live. You think that's the way to be. You think that you should be that way, or you think your mate should be that way, or you think your friends should be a certain way. You think people should act a certain way, talk a certain way, walk a certain way, look a certain way. All because of what you've been told. Your vision has been skewed. But it's time to find the true you. It's time to turn the television off. It's time to put your phones down. And it's time to have your own visions. It's time to have your own thoughts. It's time to sit with yourself for once in your life. Because if you take the news away, you take the TV away, you take the technology away, then what you gonna do? What are you going to do? What thoughts are you going to have? What ideas are you going to have? What are you going to create? What are you going to mentally think of and bring it into reality? What are you going to manifest? You can't manifest anything if all you're doing is just being programmed. You can't manifest. You can't create. So be careful about how much TV you watch. Be careful about how much videos you watch. Be careful about how long you're on your phone all day. Put it down and find something else to do. Put it down so you can have your own vision and stop allowing the television to tell your vision. Because you should be able to tell your own vision. You should have your own identity of who you are. You only got one life. Why in the world people live their whole life just to live through a television show? You spend your whole life just to watch a television show that somebody wrote? It's a script. It's an idea that somebody created. Why are you captive to a man's idea? Why are you captive to other people's ideas? Create your own ideas. Contribute to the world. Contribute your own ideas. Don't just be a spectator. Don't be just a YouTube watcher. Create your own YouTube videos. Don't just be a news watcher. Create your own news. Go do something in the world. Be something in the world. Serve somebody. Change something. You can't change nothing if all you're doing is watching everything on TV. Everything else is going on. So you feel like you're actually there. You're not there. That's an illusion. The television is illusion. It's telling a vision of somebody else, not even your vision. God gave you the ability to have your own visions. Tell your own vision. Take the phones away from your children so they can have visions, so they can have imaginations, so God can speak through them, so God can use them to create something, so God can use them to be something. But if all you doing is this all day, how you gonna help somebody? How you gonna be something? This is selfish. This is selfish right here. Watching your phone all day. Selfish. It's selfish just to sit in front of the TV all day. Selfish. Who are you helping? Who are you helping? But that's all I had to say today. Double OG, aka Truth Seeker Lionheart, is out. Sure.